was a busy earnings week. There's over 300 companies reporting, including 72 in the S&P 500. So we're getting a lot of these big cap stocks. Which ones should you be watching? I pulled out 5 of the must-see earnings charts in kind of interesting industries. So this is going to give us some insight into what's going on out there in the economy. What are they? Let's dive right in. So the first one out of the gate is Abbott Labs, ticker ABT. And as you can see, this is why it's a must-see. It's only missed that one time here in 2021. It's marred its otherwise perfect record. But these shares trying to bust out and have busted out twice here in 2021, pulled back a little bit off those highs now, but maybe this is a buying opportunity. We'll see, but almost nothing has been as consistent as Abbott Labs over the last 5 years, so that's why it's on my list of must-sees. Then we're going to switch over to the auto industry with Lithia Motors. I've talked about it before, ticker LAD. So this is an auto retailer. And as we know, everybody's been buying new cars and trucks, right? So their sales have really taken off. And if you look on the chart right here, you can see a couple big earnings surprises. I mean, look at last quarter, 69%, even though everyone knows it's still hot. But I think the street is getting a little nervous here as to how much longer this hotness can continue. Plus, they're not really selling it as many cars because they're not making them fast enough to meet the demand. So will earnings be a bit of a disappointment this quarter? I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see what happens with the auto retailers. Then we're going to switch it over to RVs with Winnebago, WGO. Thor Industries is already reported, and it was another good quarter. Yes, we're all still buying the RVs. So I'm expecting kind of similar, the same from Winnebago here. The chart is a little bit choppier than some of the others we've seen, but look at these big beats. This is a 22%er, and then we had a 52% before that. So we have a couple good things going for the RV makers, is that we all do want to still be outside, and the baby boomers continue to retire at a quick pace here, and they're big on RV buying as well as millennials. So everything's going according to a great plan here for the RV makers. So this is definitely one I want to watch to see what's really happening with that consumer. Then we're going to switch it over to the semiconductor with Lam Research. Now, like Abbott Labs, they're always consistent. They just had that one miss right there in 2020 when the pandemic busted out, but then they got on their way again and either met or beat all throughout the pandemic. Now, shares are a little bit off those highs here, as we know, similar to the auto retailers, that there's some issues in production with the semiconductors. So what's going to happen with earnings this quarter? Everybody's going to be watching this industry, so this is a must-watch this week. Then we're going to round it up with one of my favorites, Honeywell. Look at that chart. It has not missed in 5 years. Now, normally that would be very impressive in any context, but remember, again, we had the pandemic and we're still in it, and they're still meeting or beating throughout this entire period. That's amazing. That's great management. Shares are up there trending near the 5-year highs. Will this earnings report be enough to push it up and bust it out again? We will see, but Honeywell is another must watch. So as you can see, some very good charts, tremendous earnings surprise track records. And this is just the beginning because, as I said, there's over 300 companies reporting this week, and there'll be close to 1,000 next week again. So you want to be sure to get all of the Zacks earnings content. You can get it all on Zacks.com. Go to the earnings tab. And you can also get it all here on our YouTube channel. So be sure to get us here, subscribe so you get everything. And I'll see you again next time with some more earnings charts.